On the night of 2nd January 2025, in Escambia County, Florida, a 30-year-old lady, Starmichael Tucker, was in a heated argument with her 30-year-old possessive boyfriend, a man named Charles Jerome Carson Dowdy, in their apartment complex in Ferry Pass on Baldrige Drive. Charles suddenly pulled out his gun and fired at Star Tucker 15 times. Unfortunately, 7 of the bullets hit her. Charles then ran her over with her own car twice before escaping the crime scene. Star Tucker died at the hospital, where the doctors were trying so hard to save her life. Truly, some human beings are so wicked. This is the story of Starmichael Tucker. Michael Latrice Tucker was born in the year 1995 in California. She was famously known as Star Tucker. She had a sister known as Dominique Tucker, and their youngest sister was Raya Tucker. After her high school education, she later went to Florida A&M University, where she studied a degree in nursing. She also served in the Air Force, and she had been working in Pensacola. She was a senior airman in the 919th Special Operations Medical Squadron in the United States Air Force, assigned to Duke Field in Florida. She was well regarded by her peers and superiors because of her hard working while she was in the military. Star Tucker was in her final semester of nursing school, and later on, she eventually ended up graduating with a degree in nursing. She then got into a relationship with a man, and together they were blessed with a son. Unfortunately, the couple separated, and Star Tucker became a single mother to her young son. She loved her son very much, so she really worked very hard to provide for him and give him a better future. In October 2024, Star Tucker, who was already 30 years old, met a 30-year-old man named Charles Jerome Carson Dowdy. Charles was not a good man. He had been earlier arrested in Mobile City in the year 2023 as a fugitive who was wanted for assault in Texas. Let us continue with the story. After Charles and Star Tucker had met, they became friends, and later on they started dating. This couple really loved each other, and their relationship was a happy one. The two moved in together at an apartment complex in Ferry Pass on Baldrige Drive, right off East 9 Mile Road in Pensacola City, in Escambia County, Florida. Everything was going on well between them, and Charles would even regularly post about their relationship online. Star Tucker was a very determined and hard-working woman, and soon she was promoted in rank in the military. Unfortunately, after the couple had stayed in a relationship for 3 months, Charles started to become very possessive of her. He controlled every aspect of her life, and as the escalating tension in their relationship continued, their relationship deteriorated and everything became worse. The couple would always engage in endless heated arguments because Charles was a very controlling and possessive man. After about 4 months into their relationship, things became worse on the night of 2nd January 2025. That night, they got into a heated argument, and Charles got so filled with rage, he pulled out his gun and fired at Star Tucker 15 times, and the bullets hit her 7 times. Charles then ran her over twice with her own Jeep Cherokee car. After that, he stole the car. Meanwhile, the neighbors who heard the sounds of gunshots and loud screams coming from Star Tucker and Charles' apartment called 911. They rushed to the apartment, and they saw Charles escaping from the crime scene, driving Star Tucker's car. He headed west, Interstate 10. As he was fleeing away, he called his former coworker, and he confessed him that he shot his girlfriend 7 times while he was in rage. Charles seemed remorseful after what he had done, but unfortunately he expressed fear and uncertainty about turning himself in. His coworker called the police and informed them about Charles killing his girlfriend, Star Tucker. He also gave them the information about Charles' location and plan. Meanwhile, the neighbors tried to help Star Tucker, who, lying unresponsive in her parking lot, she had a lot of gunshot wounds. Soon the deputies and the medics arrived at the crime scene and started attending to Star Tucker, who was unresponsive and was severely wounded. The medics transported her to the nearby hospital to have her treated. The doctors tried so hard to save her life, but unfortunately, she succumbed to gunshot injuries. After the death of Star Tucker, the police combined Charles' co-worker's tip, the information they got from the neighbors, and the forensic evidences they found at the crime scene. Fortunately, All of these information placed Charles as the prime suspect in the murder of Star Tucker. So the police begun looking for Charles. They also got the description of Star Tucker's car that he was driving and its plate number. Therefore, they were able to locate his exact location. They were able to discover that he was heading to another state. The Daphne Police Department in Florida communicated and cooperated with other agencies to track down Charles. While on the run, Charles was heading to Mobile, Alabama area. Then shortly the police located the Jeep Cherokee car which he was driving. They immediately began pursuing him. Charles, who was unaware that he was being followed by the police, got a flat tire on the interstate road right by Ralph and Cuckoo's, which is a well-known restaurant located along the causeway just over the Alabama state line. Charles stopped the car and called 2 roadside assistants to come out there and help him change the car tire. As the 2 assistants were helping him change the tire, the Spanish Fort police caught up with him. He was standing near the Jeep, so they arrested him without any incident and took him into custody. He was booked into Baldwin County Jail just before 1 a.m. When he was questioned by police officers, he said that his life was over. As the questioning continued, he refused to provide a formal statement about what happened between him and his girlfriend, Star Tucker. As the investigation continued, the police were able to analyze his phone calls records which he made after committing that terrible crime. They found out that he made a phone call to the ex-boyfriend of Star Tucker, who was also the father of her young son. The police found out that Charles informed him about the death of Star Tucker. So they pressed Charles to confess his crime about what he did to Star Tucker. Unfortunately, he did not talk to them. Later on, Charles was extradited back to Escambia County, Florida, where he was charged with second-degree murder of his girlfriend, Star Tucker. He was taken to court, and the judge denied him a bond. As the legal process continued, Charles Carson remained in the custody of the Escambia County Jail, where he is awaiting trial. The prosecutors are working tirelessly and gathering enough evidence so that they can build a strong case against Charles. As the case continues, we hope that Starmichael Tucker will get the justice that she deserves. In a relationship, if you feel that you have had enough of your partner and you can't be with her or him anymore, you have a choice to leave that relationship. There is no point of taking the life of your partner. It is against the law of any nation and also the commands of the Almighty God. Star Tucker was a young lady who was energetic and full of life. She had a young son to take care of and also a nation to serve. It was so unfortunate that her life was taken in such a brutal manner by her boyfriend. May her soul rest in peace. Thank you guys for supporting us. Without your support, we would have not reached this milestone. And that is why we have to appreciate you. See you again in another story, and bye for now. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the videos, and share them. Bye-bye for now.